Let's try another exercise. In this particular key, we have 6 flats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have multiple methods now. We can either just write out the first 6 flats, B, E, A, D, G, C, or I can identify each letter by what line it sits on. So good boys, that would be my B flat. However, remember, we're going to use the 4, 3, 2, 1 method. So if I start with my last flat, which is this C flat here, I know that because it's on the second space, all cows eat grass, so AC. That's going to be my 4 note. Then I'm going to go down line, space, 2, and then 1. So what we're actually trying to find is what is the name of the note that sits right here on 1. And it happens to have a flat on it, so I've got to make it flat. So the first line of the bass clef is G. And in this case, it's flat because my key signature says that G's are flat. So I am in the key of G flat. Key of G flat. All right, let's move on to this other one. This is where the 4, 3, 2, 1 method really comes in handy. So in this case, I've only got 1 flat in my key signature. So that means we can't use the go back method because there's nothing to go back to. So I can either memorize it or I'm just going to have to use that 4, 3, 2, 1 method. So since there's only 1 flat, that becomes my last flat. So I number it 4. Then I go down line, space, and now it puts me below the staff. So if there were to be a note right here below the staff, and this line is my G line for 2, then I'm going to go backwards in the alphabet, down 1, and I'm going to land on F. Therefore, I'm in the key of F. Now, let's check our key right here and look. There's only 1 flat, so we've got to figure out what flat is that. So if this is good boys do fine always, that is a B flat. I could have also figured this out because my first flat in the order of flats is a B flat. Well, F in this particular key is not flat, only B's. So therefore, I would not say key of F flat, I'm just going to say key of F because F is natural in this key signature. Let's move on to this last exercise here. In this one, I have 4 flats. Again, we're using the 4, 3, 2, 1 method. I'm going to start with the last flat, 4, 3, 2, 1. So I'm figuring out what note is right here in this space. It also happens to be flat. That first space is an A because all cows eat grass. And in this key signature, A's are flat. I know that because I see a flat on the A space, or I know that when I have 4 flats, B, E, A, D, that all B's, all E's, all A's, and all D's are flat. Now, the last kind of key signature is if you have no flats or no sharps. If there are no flats or no sharps present in the key signature, then the answer is you're in the key of C. Remember, the key signature sits right here to the right of our clef. So just because there's nothing here doesn't mean that it doesn't have a key signature. It just means that it's the key of C because there are no flats and no sharps here. That means every note that you play would be a natural note. So G natural, A natural, D natural, F natural, G natural, whatever it is on the lines or spaces, there are no flats and sharps. So we just memorize that if we ever see no flats or sharps, we're in the key of C.